This black vessel belongs to the Typhoon Group. 6 giant submarines, the largest, the longest, and the most formidable of all time, of all Russian submarines.
Right now, there's a submarine somewhere in the ocean carrying enough firepower to destroy 160 cities. And nobody knows where it is. But here's what's terrifying. That's just one submarine. There are dozens of them out there, silently patrolling the depths. And some are so quiet, they're basically invisible. Today, I'm counting down the deadliest submarines ever built. And I guarantee some of these are going to keep you up at night. Let's dive in. Look, submarines are different from every other weapon system on Earth. They operate in complete secrecy, hidden beneath thousands of feet of water, and they can strike without warning from hundreds of miles away. Some carry nuclear missiles that can reach any city on the planet. Others are designed to hunt and sink enemy ships before anyone even knows they're there. And a few are so advanced that even if you knew where to look, you still couldn't find them. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 10 deadliest submarines ever built. We'll cover what makes each one lethal, what countries operate them, and some absolutely insane facts about how these underwater predators actually work. And by the way, I've spent weeks researching this, going through naval reports, declassified documents, and technical specifications. So you're getting the real story here, not just surface-level information. But before we count down the list, let me explain what actually makes a submarine deadly in the first place. What makes a submarine deadly? So before we start the countdown, we need to answer one question. What makes a submarine deadly? Because it's not just about how many torpedoes it carries. Modern submarine warfare is way more complex than that. A truly deadly submarine needs 5 things. Number 1, stealth. Can it operate without being detected? The quieter the submarine, the deadlier it is. Number 2, firepower. What weapons does it carry? Torpedoes, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, or all of the above? Number 3, endurance. How long can it stay underwater? Nuclear submarines can stay submerged for months. Diesel-electric subs need to surface more often. Number 4, technology. Does it have advanced sonar, electronic warfare systems, and countermeasures to avoid detection? And number 5, crew capability. Are the sailors trained for real combat situations? Do they know how to hunt enemy ships and evade detection? The submarines on this list excel in multiple categories. Some are silent hunters designed to sink enemy fleets. Others are strategic weapons platforms carrying enough firepower to end civilization. So when I say deadly, I'm talking about submarines that combine stealth, firepower, and technology into one terrifying package. And trust me, some of these are absolutely nightmare fuel. All right, let's start the countdown. Kilo-class submarine, Russia. Coming in at number 10, we've got a submarine that NATO calls the Black Hole. And that nickname tells you everything you need to know. This is Russia's Kilo-class submarine, and it's one of the quietest diesel-electric submarines ever built. The Kilo-class is designed for coastal defense and anti-submarine warfare. It's relatively small.
Been on missiles 1 and 2. Transfer target package Sweet Charlie 24. Hi, Captain.
About 240 feet long, but it's incredibly stealthy. When it's running on battery power underwater, it's almost completely silent. That's why NATO gave it the nickname Black Hole. Because once it disappears beneath the surface, it's nearly impossible to find. The Kilo carries 18 torpedoes and can also launch cruise missiles from its torpedo tubes. It's designed to lurk in shallow coastal waters, waiting to ambush enemy ships. Russia has built over 60 of these submarines, and they've exported them to countries like China, India, Iran, and Vietnam. During exercises, Kilo-class submarines have successfully sunk US aircraft carriers in simulated attacks, proving just how dangerous they can be. So while the Kilo-class might not be the biggest or most advanced submarine on this list, it's deadly because of one thing. You'll never hear it coming. Astute-class submarine, UK. At number 9, we've got a submarine that can hear a ship leaving port from 3,000 miles away. And that's not an exaggeration. This is the UK's Astute-class submarine, and it has the most advanced sonar system ever installed on a submarine. The Astute-class is a nuclear-powered attack submarine designed to hunt enemy ships and submarines. It's about 320 feet long and can stay submerged for months at a time. But what makes it special is the sonar. The Astute's sonar system is so sensitive that it can detect ships from thousands of miles away. It can track multiple targets simultaneously and identify them by their acoustic signature. The submarine also carries 38 weapons, a mix of spearfish torpedoes and Tomahawk cruise missiles. Those Tomahawks can strike land targets up to 1,000 miles away. The Royal Navy operates 7 of these submarines, and they're designed to operate anywhere in the world. During sea trials, an Astute-class submarine successfully tracked a ship leaving New York Harbor while the submarine was submerged off the coast of England, over 3,000 miles away. So the Astute-class isn't just deadly because of its weapons, it's deadly because it can hear you long before you know it's there. Soryu-class submarine, Japan. Number 8 is a submarine that shouldn't even be this good, because Japan technically isn't supposed to have offensive military capabilities. But the Soryu-class submarine is one of the most advanced diesel-electric submarines in the world, and it's designed to defend Japan's waters from Chinese and Russian incursions. The Soryu-class is about 275 feet long and uses a combination of diesel engines and air-independent propulsion, AIP, systems. That AIP system allows the submarine to stay underwater for weeks without surfacing, which is a huge advantage for a non-nuclear submarine. The Soryu carries 30 torpedoes and Harpoon anti-ship missiles. It's designed to operate in the shallow waters around Japan, where it can hide on the ocean floor and ambush enemy ships. It also has advanced sonar and electronic warfare systems that make it very difficult to detect. Japan has built 12 of these submarines, and they're constantly patrolling the waters around Japan, monitoring Chinese and Russian naval activity. So while Japan might not have nuclear submarines, the Soryu-class proves that you don't need nuclear power to be deadly. You just need to be smart about your design. Seawolf-class submarine, USA. At number 7, we've got the most expensive attack submarine ever built, and it was so advanced that the US Navy could only afford to build 3 of them. This is the Seawolf-class submarine, and it was designed during the Cold War to hunt Soviet submarines in the Arctic Ocean. The Seawolf is massive, 353 feet long, and it's built for speed and stealth. It can travel at over 35 knots underwater, making it one of the fastest submarines ever built. It's also incredibly quiet. Even at high speeds, the Seawolf is quieter than most submarines sitting still. The Seawolf carries 50 torpedoes and missiles, more than almost any other attack submarine. It can launch Tomahawk cruise missiles, Harpoon anti-ship missiles, and Mark 48 torpedoes. It also has 8 torpedo tubes, compared to the standard 4 on most submarines, which means it can engage multiple targets simultaneously. The US Navy only built 3 Seawolf-class submarines because each one cost over $3 billion. That made them too expensive to produce in large numbers. But those 3 submarines are still some of the most capable attack submarines in the world. So the Seawolf-class is deadly because it's fast, quiet, and carries more firepower than almost any other attack submarine on the planet. Yasen-class submarine, Russia. Number 6 is Russia's answer to the Seawolf, and in some ways it might actually be better. The Yasen-class submarine is Russia's most advanced attack submarine, and it's designed to hunt down NATO ships and submarines. The Yasen-class is nuclear-powered, about 390 feet long and incredibly quiet. It uses advanced sound-dampening technology to reduce its acoustic signature. What makes the Yasen-class special is its versatility. It carries 32 cruise missiles in vertical launch tubes, plus 10 torpedo tubes. Those cruise missiles can strike targets on land or at sea from hundreds of miles away, and the torpedoes can sink enemy ships or submarines. Russia is building several of these submarines, and they're designed to operate in the Atlantic and Pacific, threatening NATO shipping lanes and carrier strike groups. US Navy officials have said that the Yasen-class is one of the most capable submarines they've ever faced. So while Russia might not have as many submarines as the US, the Yasen-class proves that quality matters more than quantity. Virginia-class submarine, USA. At number 5, we've got the workhorse of the US submarine fleet, and it's one of the most versatile submarines ever built. The Virginia-class submarine is designed to do everything: hunt enemy submarines, gather intelligence, launch cruise missiles, and deploy special operations forces. The Virginia-class is nuclear-powered, about 377 feet long, and incredibly advanced. It uses a photonics mast instead of a traditional periscope, which means it can see above the surface without raising a physical tube. The submarine carries 12 Tomahawk cruise missiles in vertical launch tubes, plus 4 torpedo tubes that can fire Mark 48 torpedoes. It also has a lockout chamber for Navy SEALs, and it can deploy unmanned underwater vehicles for reconnaissance. The US Navy has over 20 Virginia-class submarines in service, with more under construction. They're designed to operate anywhere in the world, from shallow coastal waters to deep ocean environments. So the Virginia-class is deadly because it's not just a hunter, it's a multi-mission platform that can adapt to any situation. Type 093, Yasen-class submarine, China. Number 4 is a submarine that most people in the West have never heard of, but it's making the US Navy very nervous. This is China's Type 093 Yasen-class submarine, and it represents a massive leap forward in Chinese submarine technology. The Type 093 is a nuclear-powered attack submarine, about 350 feet long, and it's designed to protect China's aircraft carriers and hunt enemy ships. Earlier versions of the Type 093 were notoriously loud, making them easy to detect. But the newer variants have significantly improved sound dampening technology. The submarine carries 12 anti-ship cruise missiles and 6 torpedo tubes. Those cruise missiles can strike enemy ships from over 200 miles away. China has built at least 6 of these submarines, with more under construction. They're designed to operate in the Western Pacific and protect China's growing naval presence. US Navy officials have noted that the newer Type 093 variants are much quieter than earlier models, making them a more serious threat. So while China's submarines used to be easy to detect, the Type 093 shows that they're rapidly closing the gap with Western technology. Vanguard-class submarine, UK. At number 3, we're switching gears, because the deadliest submarines aren't always the ones hunting enemy ships. The UK's Vanguard-class submarine is a ballistic missile submarine, and it carries enough firepower to destroy entire countries. The Vanguard-class is about 490 feet long and carries 16 Trident II ballistic missiles. Each missile can carry up to 8 nuclear warheads. That means one Vanguard-class submarine can carry up to 128 nuclear warheads, enough to destroy 128 cities. These submarines are designed to stay hidden in the ocean for months at a time, serving as the UK's nuclear deterrent. At least one Vanguard-class submarine is always at sea, ready to launch its missiles if the UK is ever attacked with nuclear weapons. The submarines are so secretive that even the UK government doesn't know exactly where they are at any given time. Only the submarine commander knows the exact location. So the Vanguard class is deadly, not because it hunts enemy ships, but because it carries the ultimate weapon, and hopefully it'll never have to use it. Borei-class submarine, Russia. Number 2 is Russia's newest ballistic missile submarine, and it's designed to survive a nuclear war. The Borei-class submarine is Russia's most advanced ballistic missile submarine, and it's designed to replace the aging Soviet-era boats. The Borei-class is about 525 feet long and carries 16 Bulava ballistic missiles. Each missile can carry up to 10 nuclear warheads. That means one Borei-class submarine can carry 160 nuclear warheads, enough to destroy 160 cities. The submarine is designed to be incredibly quiet, making it difficult to detect. It uses advanced sound dampening technology and a pump jet propulsion system instead of traditional propellers. It's also designed to operate under the Arctic ice, where it's almost impossible to track. Russia has built several Borei-class submarines, with more under construction. They are designed to patrol the Arctic and the Pacific, ready to launch their missiles if Russia is ever attacked. So the Borei-class is deadly because it's Russia's insurance policy, a weapon designed to ensure that if Russia is destroyed, they can destroy their enemies in return. Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine, USA. And finally, at number 1, we've got the most powerful submarine ever built, and it's the most destructive weapon platform in human history. The Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine is the ultimate doomsday weapon. Each Ohio-class submarine is about 560 feet long and carries 20 Trident II ballistic missiles. Each missile can carry up to 8 nuclear warheads. That means one Ohio-class submarine can carry 160 nuclear warheads, more firepower than most countries' entire nuclear arsenals. These submarines are designed to stay hidden in the ocean for months at a time, patrolling in complete secrecy. They're incredibly quiet, making them almost impossible to detect, and they can launch their missiles from underwater without surfacing. The US Navy operates 14 Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines, and at least a few of them are always at sea, ready to launch if needed. Each submarine has 2 crews, a blue crew and a gold crew, that rotate every few months. This allows the submarines to spend more time at sea. Here's the terrifying part. One Ohio-class submarine has more firepower than all the bombs dropped in World War II combined, including the 2 atomic bombs dropped on Japan. So the Ohio-class isn't just the deadliest submarine ever built, it's the deadliest weapon ever built, period. And the fact that there are 14 of them silently patrolling the oceans right now, invisible and unstoppable, is both reassuring and absolutely terrifying. So there you have it, the 10 deadliest submarines ever built, from silent hunters prowling the depths to doomsday weapons carrying enough firepower to end civilization. These submarines represent the cutting edge of naval warfare. And the scariest part? Most of them are operating right now, somewhere in the ocean, and nobody knows exactly where they are. But here's the thing. Submarines are just one part of the incredible world of naval power. There are so many other fascinating vessels out there, from massive aircraft carriers to specialized research submarines exploring the deepest parts of the ocean. So if you want to learn more about the ships and submarines that shape our world, click on this video right here, where I break down how nuclear-powered submarines actually work and why they can stay underwater for months without surfacing. Trust me, once you start learning about submarines and naval technology, you'll never look at the ocean the same way again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.